The Lord said, if ye have faith in the sea, and it should obey you. So when you, this statement that is generally spoken of separately, but should increase our faith. The request was, Lord, increase our faith. This is often used words to describe their faith, like little, or he used word size or a quantity. That's what most people think. You have to have big faith. You have to have huge faith. But in with Luke 7:16, it's not about the quantity of the faith. It's not really the issue, but it's because when you think something has to be so big, you're probably overthinking it. When the thought is what on the ground, it's not a humongous seed. It's not the size of the end product. The seed is the solution. So in God. So before we get too deep into this lesson, let's explore why faith in what it is: an unwavering, unquestionable, unshakable belief, not man. Seen. So we must know that faith is defined here as being that God is everywhere. In all Corinthians 2:5, it says that your faith should not stand and put your trust in no man. You're going to fail. Put your trust in God. Put your faith in God, because you have God within your dreams. You must have the power of God within your will, within what you want to do. No matter whether it's starting a business or starting a family, you must have faith in God. Faith. That's just, they're going to give you, that's why whatever they think. Some people have been successful on what they think, but that is their faith. They go and they ask for guidance for someone who's been through certain things. I've asked my wisdom run across two different realms, but if you're doing the rod of discipline, that rod is to keep you in line. So your life, your fathers or forefathers didn't get towards, but you have to have faith that you're going in your money or your education, but putting your trust in God. People who are asking man to be God, and for man to deliver you being free, because when you are free indeed, you must know that you do whatever you want to do, and God will bless you with the T on your face, but your quality, not in man. So our God is who we know. When you're going on a job, it's a big difference when you're going to get a job and when God is trying to give you in God. It said, have faith in God, that everything that you request, as long as you have faith. So those saints that have been diligently praying, and you must always continue to pray. Right now, it's time for you to harvest. But for those who are just coming up, it's something so small as a request that you ask and put your trust in God. And what? Have faith in God. I didn't say don't have faith. And it is the only thing that reaches God. So you have to be as like God when you have. For him that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is the rewarder of them that diligently seek him, not one time. Look one time and say, oh, it ain't there. And most of them, I say, where'd you look? Oh, I looked and I didn't. And you have to go look. I said, look under the bed, look under the cover. You say, Dad, I didn't find it at all. I said, did you look? On pause, I didn't even see her. So because she was a seeker, she was rewarded faith with the gift of a blessing. So diligently seek him, which says again that our faith connects us to his thought of the information that we have, the quantity of faith, which they believe much about quantity, but it is the quality speaks of who the size of one must see, but at a astounding 10 feet. So what Jesus is saying here, all you need is a little faith, and your faith on the same level that God has, not on the faith that or what you believe. And he's all powerful and can make anything happen. He just require you one request you need to go through. It's going to be some tough times that you're going to encounter that your ability is not going to take your faith in God alone. A mustard seed is really invisible to all other man and almost invisible to you. But you got to put your faith, evidence of things seen and hoped for, but things that are not seen. So you can't see it. But just like the mustard seed, if you put it in your hand, it can easily fall out, or it can easily be walked over. But when God adds himself in the equation, or when you add yourself in the equation and put God in your situation, what about your dreams? You got something that you invested in that it's going to blow up to like $1 million, $10 million. It's not about a size thing. It's about the sincerity of what you have, like the grain of a mustard seed. which a man took and sowed in his field, which indeed is the least of all seeds. But when it is grown, it is the greatest among herbs and become a tree, so that the birds of the air come and lodge in the branches thereof. This talks about the kingdom so much in it. It houses everybody. It puts branches enough for everybody, enough for the birds, that they can, so that you may be a branch of Jesus Christ. Who are you? If you just sow what little we believe or little you have, what we think our destiny should be, but it is what's sown. I believe enough. What are you going to sow today? Are you going to sow and put back into your children? Are you going to sow and put into your business? Are you going to sow basically what I'm saying? And more than likely, will you sow yourself to God? Get rid of that old you, even know that you're serious about what you do. When are you going to be all out for God? If you put a little towards God, the actions, he's going to take care of the rest. So sowing is big. That's why I take and I sow into my children. God is going to be great for you. He's going to be great for your future. He's going to be great for your children's children. So let me prove it to you. Most of the people had just maybe heard about him for the first time. They had a real encounter with him. Mark 3:5, it says, and when he had looked forth thy hand, and he stretched it out, and his hand was restored, infirmity for 38 years. 5 and 8, Jesus said unto him, rise and blind from birth. Now, these are all the encounters that Jesus is having with these people. These were not just his disciples. John 9 and 6, it says, and when he had done, it says, and he said unto him, go and wash in the pool of Siloam, which is an interpretation of sent. He went his way thereof and washed and came seeing. Activate God's power. Unleash the faith that God's unleashing ability, available body. But when are you going to unleash that power that God places in you? When are you going to just go all out for God and into him? You must believe in him. You must have the faith of a mustard seed to invest in him, because don't trust him as a grain of mustard seed. Ye may say unto this sycamore tree, you might say that whenever you activate faith, speak to the sycamore tree. This tree goes as high as 40 feet, but it's not. You can make it smaller and move it. You can take plants for years. This is a metaphor that become possible. Just like them roots that were stubborn, that owe you. It can be was rooted in man. That if you speak to those roots that were planted, that are children of yours, or that devil who's trying to take that promotion or that job away from you, if you speak to that and tell it to be cast in the sea and to be moved clean, it's talking about you. How can you uproot that old you and place the new you, a place of faith, into action? Faith is works. Faith is not dead. Faith overcomes fear. True, in order for your dreams to come true, in order for your purpose to be realized. And if you are on assignment from God, faith incorporated into your assignment equal. Don't put your faith in man, put your faith in God, and watch how he works through you. Not to you, not in you, but through you. So others may see, and you're stubborn, and my grandma did this, and my mama did it this way, and they passed down were old stubborn traditions. But some of these traditions that are rooted, some of these that old hating you, that old stubborn you, that old lazy you, that old you that don't want to see nobody progress, it grow. I'm Pastor David. I want you to and you can go on YouTube at Destiny Christian Houston. You can go and upload our app and see the work and stay real weak and keep praying and have